Hey, Craig Cottle from Nature Reliance School, guest instructor with dansdepot.com. We've shown you several knots and how to use them. Today what we thought we'd do is show you how to store rope. There's several different methods. We're going to show you how to do the common coil, probably a mountaineer's coil, and we'll probably show you how to do the daisy chain too, because those are all three pretty easy methods and real good ways of storing rope so it doesn't get too many kinks and stuff of that nature in it. So glad you're with us. So one of the easiest ways to coil rope is to simply use a common coil. That's what most people refer to it as, just a common coil. And basically I'm going to take the standing end of my rope, pull out about 1 meter of it, and then I'm going to start bringing an arm's length of rope in, 2 arms length of rope here, and laying it onto my hand in a clockwise fashion. What I mean by clockwise is that we're going around the clock right here. Trying your best to make sure that these are all close to the same length, but if you keep doing the same thing right there, those will end up being the same length. Just keep doing that. Again, another thing that I keep a good eye on is that I'm not just bunching my rope up together in my hand, I'm trying to lay it out alongside of itself, and I just do that until I get my coil done. Once I get my coil done and I have the last bit of my rope, I'm going to form a loop, take that loop back through the main hole, and then take the end and put it back through that loop. So what I'll have now is something I can hang my rope with. So that is the most common way to coil rope together. The reason this works so well is it's easy to untie, and then everything is really easy to throw out and it's not tied upon itself. Another simple way to store rope is to do the same coil and then just wrap your rope around itself. The more you do this, the better you'll get at it. Trying to keep all these straight. Then form a loop, stick it back through the main loop and back over top of itself, pull that down tight, and then you have another way of storing rope here. And you don't get a lot of kinks in it and a lot of twists and stuff of that nature. Pretty simple. Rope skills and knot tying skills are one of those things that everybody knew many years ago, and unfortunately we've forgotten how to do these things. It's pretty simple stuff if you practice with it, so you need to practice. For some reason I found that a lot of people are protective with knots and knot tying skills, or they get really proud with them, and I don't really know why. I guess it's because there's a lot of people that know that they should know knots and they don't, and people take advantage of that mindset, I guess. Nevertheless, that's what I'm here. I want to show you these knots so that you can have these too. This is a really cool knot, and you'll impress all your friends with this one. Basically what I've done, and this is not necessarily a knot, it's a way of coiling rope. What I've done is I've taken all my rope and I've doubled it back on itself until I have a usable form. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm just simply going to take my rope and bring it back on itself several times. So all I've done is I've tied that knot, and now I reach through that hole that I just tied and grab another hunk of rope, pull it through, and I keep doing that over and over. When I get done, I'll have this super cool daisy chain. I see a lot of electricians or like electricians' trucks have their coils of electrical wire tied like this on the back of their trucks. I don't know if there's a particular reason for that, but on the last one where we get down to the end, I pull that all the way through. That way you have a real easy way to store your rope. Looks really cool. And then when you need it, this is where it gets where you can impress your friends. You just pull that loop out, grab both ends, and you've got uncoiled rope. So pretty cool, and it's real easy to store. It's kind of bulky for storage because it's got so many areas that are not tied tightly. So it's going to be a lot more bulky than the other two methods that we showed. So go ahead and use the one that you need. If you got plenty of garage space or storage space in your car, then you can use this daisy chain. Otherwise, the other two are probably going to be better methods to store your rope, store your paracord, and to put it in your pack. Whoa! So until next time, we hope to see you on or off the trail.